guys, welcome back to Miss World. I'm Amira, your host today. Today's issue about the rise and the fall of the management accounting. So, therefore, the issue is due to the procedure or the cycle of the financial accounting reporting system, the management accounting is produced too late or too aggregate or too distort to be relevant for the manager planning and control decision. Also, the internal accounting system only focus on meeting the annual or quarterly earning target rather than focus on the management accounting. To elaborate more about this issue, Ms. will personally invite these two young expertise to our studio. The first panel is Professor Ilhamisa, which is the SEMA representative. Hi, Professor. Okay, the second one is, the panel 2 is Dr. Nurul Atira, the Management Accounting Consultant at the Ernst & Young. So, Professor, the consequence from the issue is the Management Accounting Report actually have a little help to the operating manager in attempt to reduce the cost and improve the efficiency. This is because the manager tends to spend too much time on trying to understand or explain the reported variance that have nothing to do or little to do with their operation. The second one, the management accounting report also fail to provide accurate product cost as they use a simplistic measure to identify their cost. And the third one is the manager horizon contract to the short-term cycle of their monthly profit and the loss statement. But today management accounting system, Professor Doctor, they tend to produce misleading target for managerial attention. They fail to provide the relevant set of measures that appropriately reflect the technology, the product, process, and competitive environment in which the organization operate. So, first of all, the first one is, Professor, what's your opinion about the challenge of the management accounting that happen nowadays?
Okay, thank you for the host for the question. The first one, I would like to emphasize the challenges that we face today, which are vigorous global competition, rapid progress in product and process technology, wide fluctuations in currency exchange rates, and raw material price demand excellence from the corporate management itself. Okay, in order to overcome this, the first one is the organization management accounting system need to provide timely and accurate information to facilitate efforts to control costs, to measure and improve productivity, and to devise improved production process. Okay, the second one, the management accounting system needs to report their accurate product costs, pricing decision, introductions of new products, and abandonments of obsolete products with the best possible information for the customer also. The third one is, especially for the large organization, they require systems to motivate and evaluate the performance of their employees. This system itself should provide appropriate incentives and signals to managers working in different functions. Talking about the challenges in the management accounting itself, the success depends on the products that meet the customer needs, which also the priority of the organization. And the last one is the result, and the best results occurs when the management understands the relevance of their system and bypass it by developing the personalized information systems.
That's right about you said earlier, Professor. There are many challenges faced by the management accounting nowadays, but every cloud have a silver lining. So, is there any opportunity to rise back the management accounting industry, Doctor?
Yes, the opportunity does exist. This is because the increased demand for excellent management accounting system occur at the time when cost of collecting, processing, analyzing, and reporting information have been decreasing. This happens due to the information that is under direct control of digital computers can be recorded at the real time for analysis of operating performance. In highly automated environment, every transaction can be recorded virtually for subsequent analysis. In addition, extensive systems now can accurately measure and attribute the resource demands made by each product in diverse product lines. Timely, relevant, and managerial performance measures can be completed and disseminated throughout the organization. Today's designers of management accounting systems can use sophisticated electronic technology to devise reporting and control systems that are more accurate, more timely, and hence more effective than those designed by their predecessors. Simplified and aggregate procedures that were adopted in earlier decades because more relevant and timely procedures would have been too costly and even infeasible no longer need to be tolerated. The computing revolution of the past 2 decades has so reduced information collection and processing costs that it has removed virtually all barriers to the design and implementation of effective management accounting systems. That's all.
Thank you, Doctor, for the good explanation just now. We continue our discussion by watching the video prepared by Miss World Crew. After all, Professor, what's the key point of the management accounting itself?
Okay, the most important and most enduring management accounting is the return on investment, or known as ROI measure. ROI provided an overall measure of the commercial success of each operating units and entire organization. Okay, I'm giving you the example. For example, DuPont departmental managers were not held responsible for ROI performance because of their capital allocation remained a central management function. These managers took their scale of operations as given and concentrated solely on promoting efficiency in their internally managed process. As we know, only top managers use ROI, which is to help direct their allocations of capital and to evaluate the performance of operating department. ROI measure could be reviewed as a combination of 2 efficiency measures, which are operating ratio and stock return. And the second one, it was expanded in 1920s as multi-divisional form of organization evolved in the DuPont newly reorganized General Motors Corporation. This shows the ROI played a key role in permitting this internal market for managers and for capital function.
Thank you, Prof. Now I know that return on investment or ROI is an important feature in the management accounting, especially in the terms of capital. So let's take a break first, and we continue our epic discussion later on.
Rasa buah luar biasa.
Hello guys, welcome back to Miss World. Next,
Management accounting has already lost its relevance. For further understanding, let's have a call with Dr. Nurul, lecturer at Universiti Malaya. Hello, Doctor, are you there with us?
Yeah. I can hear you.
What's your opinion about this statement, Doctor?
Actually, the management accounting has lost their relevance in the mid of 1920 as the pace of innovation seemed to stop on that year. So there was a little incentive to continue to develop the innovative management accounting procedures because the corporate organizational form developed by the company such as DuPont or General Motors proved to be model for many corporations for the next half century. Even without significant innovation in the organizational form, the complexity of manufacturing process continued to increase in decades after the 1920s. Yet the evolutions of management accounting system after 1920 did not keep pace with the improvement in corporation product and process technology. INA management accounting system became less relevant to corporate operation and strategy. Many firms began to be dominated by the executive who like to run the firm by the numbers. In part, this stagnation can be attributed to the dominance of the external or financial accounting segment during the 20th century. The demand for predict audited financial statement has been increased on that year. Uh, Auditor has prefer a conservative accounting practice based on an objective, verifiable, and realized financial transaction. When, for example, when measuring cost of goods sold or valuing inventory, auditor insists on product cost based on the historical transaction recorded in the firm ledger account. They also want the income statement or balance sheet to be accurate and give a reasonable assurance for the users. This simple method were used to assign the direct and period cost to a product.
From what I've read, Doctor, in early 20th century, managers did not have to yield the design of their cost accounting systems to their financial accountants and auditors. They could have maintained separate systems for managerial purpose and for external reporting. However, the information technology in early 20th century may not have made such parallel systems cost effective. Perhaps the product line of 1920s organizations was more focused than that of today's organizations, so that the distorting effect from using simplistic methods to attach costs to products was not as severe as it has become today. Also, the cost of collecting data and providing prompt reports to production managers may have been too high to permit the real-time process control that is now possible. Thus, the decision made by managers to not invest in management accounting systems separate from those already mandated by demands may have been the correct economic decisions. Over the years, however, as corporate product line expanded, as production technologies changed, and as product life cycles shortened, we should have accepted a reconsideration of decision to not invest in a more relevant and more timely management accounting system.
That's right, but by the time this event unfolded, the spirit and knowledge of management accounting system actually design that occurred throughout the 100 years from 1825 until 1925 has disappeared. Organization already had fixated on the cost system and the management reporting method on 1920.
Doctor, Why did university-based researchers fail to note the growing obsolescence of organizations' management accounting systems? And why did they not play a more active or stimulative role to improve the art of management accounting systems design?
Actually, the academic researcher were led astray by focusing too narrowly on a simplified model of the firm behavior. They are influenced strongly by the economist one product, which is one production process model of the firm. Uh, the simple one product setting used by the academic economist and accountant never fully address the question of where the fixed cost came from, or how this cost needed to be covered by the each of the product in the organization. The academic researcher also attempt to implement their ideas in the environment of the actual organization with hundreds of thousands of products and with complex multi-stage production process. Uh, they also actually um, um, They also, due to the lacking knowledge and uncomfortable with their firm underlying technology, they tend to look at what the projected short-term impact will be on the financial measure when making decision. So, consequently, a traditional financial measure such as predict earning or accounting return on investment become less useful measure of to determine the organization performance in the management or financial accounting.
Thank you, Doctor, for your time to explain to us about this in details.
Okay, welcome.
Next, I personally want to ask Prof about the accounting for caravan. Nowadays we know that we have cash receipt, we have accrual, we have capitalization, we have amortization, but for all time they do not have those things. So how those caravan do their accounting?
Okay, first of all, we return back to the 15th century. I would like to explain more about the term of caravan. The first one, caravan. Caravan is the merchants in Venice that are trading goods with other countries. Consider a group of Venetian investors who acquire good produce in northern Italy and chartered an expedition to sell this good in India. Once the good was sold in India, the traders purchased tea, travelled back to the Venice, and then sold the tea. At the end of the expedition, the accountant they compute the profit by distributing among the investor in the venture. Okay, how they do this accounting? The caravans do their accounting by compute the overall profitability of the venture and to distribute the net profit, or known as the retained earning, among the initial investor. But the problem arises as it is meaningless to allocate the project profitability to short time periods within the life of the project itself, because it is useless to attempt to obtain valuable indicators of short-term progress. That's how the caravans do their accounting in their daily operation.
Oh, I thought that the caravan did not record their accounting, just selling and buying. So, what's your opinion, Doctor? Do you agree with Professor just now?
Yeah, I do agree with the professor, as I thought that caravan should actually properly record their selling and buying. They should have like nowadays transactions so that it can be saved in their accounting record.
Thank you, Professor, Doctor, for the contribution. As you know, time is very jealous to us now. So for the last question, I want to ask Doctor, what's your opinion on how to revive back the management accounting relevancy?
In my opinion, what we have to do in order to revive the relevancy of management accounting system is that management accounting system should be designed to support the operations and strategy of the organization. The technology that exists nowadays to implement the system radically different from those that have been used by the organization. And what is lacking today is the knowledge. But the knowledge can be improved by experimentation and communication. Okay, in order to develop the new concept for designing relevant management accounting system, every manager should possess innovative spirit of 100 years ago at the outset of scientific management movement. Okay, and I think that is the things that needed by all management accountant in order to improve the relevancy of management accounting system.
Yes, doctor. I agree with you because I do think that management accountant should be creative, innovative in order to improve the efficiency of the management accounting system itself.
Yes.
Thank you for your hard work, Professor, Doctor. I would like to express my gratitude to you for the good and impressive explanation given to all of us, to me, to the audience, and to the studio. And that's all from this world. Stay tuned for the new hot topic, and bye.